guys so much for joining Dr. Finch and myself in this amazing series. This series came about, which is an amazing idea from my sister here, Dr. Finch. As many of you may and may not know, I finally completed a book that I've been holding on to for the longest. And the name of the book is called Breaking the Cycle of Brokenness. And the book is basically based off of things that I experienced in my life and what did I have to do to be able to overcome the hurt and pain that I experienced in my upbringing so I do not pass this on to my children. And that was basically off of a prayer. I never thought it would turn into a book, and now it's going to turn it. Now it's a series, and there's much more amazing things that's taking place off of this book. So I am so excited for these amazing ladies that's going to be connecting and empowering and empowering you guys with their message as how they were able to overcome whatever it was that allowed them to be broken, but they did not allow them to stay there. They did the work so they could be able to overcome that brokenness. And that's what it's about. It's about sharing our message. It's not about Vanessa, oh, she's an author. No. This is about other people because people are hurting out there. People need to know that they're not alone in their journey. It's okay to be able to just say, you know what? I have support. I know I could go for support and I don't have to worry about being judged because we all experience things in our life. So with that being said, I thank you so much, Dr. Finch, for joining me as being a guest that's going to pour into these people and to be able to share your message. And so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. You ready?
Oh, yes. You already know. Let's do this.
Perfect. So the title that Dr. Finch gave me was Thriving When Other People Don't Understand. Oh, my goodness. How many people could relate to that? So I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Finch, and we're going to go ahead and let her know. She's going to let us know why did she pick this title, but also how was she able to overcome this situation that happened in her life so she don't allow this to allow her to stay broken. Okay, so it's all yours.
Okay, well, the first question is why I picked this title. I picked this title because it's basically the story of my life. I had to push through and get things done that I needed to get done, even though other people were not in my corner. Other people didn't understand what I was doing. I didn't necessarily have a support system. And so when you can feel really alone when you're going through those changes, and you can really feel like maybe you're not on the right path, and you can feel like maybe this is not for you, at the end of the day, but you're going to go through those feelings. Mm-hmm. But the point of it was that I said thriving when people don't understand. I didn't say living, I said thriving, because you're pushing through it anyhow. You're making this, you're going to make you do what it do, regardless of what other people say. And that's basically point blank in the period. You're going to thrive anyhow. You're going to make it happen anyhow. You're going to do what you need to do anyhow, in spite of, no matter what, because it is for you. Because what is for you is for you, and what is for them is for them. And guess what? Even if they don't understand it, guess what? It's not their path. It's not their life to live. It is your life to live, and you have to answer to it at the end of the day. So you have to keep thriving in spite of their non-support, their non-dedication, their, sheer out ignorance of you. Guess what? They can ignore all they want, but guess what? You're still you. You're still doing you. You're still making it happen in spite of what they say and what they want to do. So the next question is, and thank you for the feels. I definitely appreciate it. The next thing is, how did I decide to thrive? What is the story, right? You're like, why you name the topic, but you're not really telling, you haven't given us the story. Yeah. All right. So I come from a family of, I use the word pretty people. They're very social. Love fashion, love looking good, love going places, love being around people, and I am the total opposite. I am a book person. I'm a school person. I love patterns and things of that nature. And I always was into technology, and I was always into school, and I was always into other things. And so they didn't understand why I didn't want to go out with them, and I didn't want to hang with them, and why I thought they were ridiculous. And, call it what it is.
You gotta be real with it. Yeah. Exactly.
But they thought the same about me at the end of the day. Why are you they used to blow off their homework and do whatever, so they can go out. I used to stay in and take care of them, take care of their stuff so that they could, instead of going out.
Right.
And, those work patterns, work ethics helped me thrive to be who I am now. Now, and their practices help them be who they are now. But with that being said, it was hard being in a family where nobody understood you, nobody got you. They didn't have the same ethic as you. They didn't have the same feel as you.
That's
and it
true.
made you kind of feel like you were an outsider, like you were doing something wrong when you were just created differently.
Yeah.
And as I grew, at first I was very, very outspoken, but then eventually that started weighing on me, and I started retreating. I started going into myself. I started basically being the invisible person. And I learned how to thrive that way. I was still doing what I need to do, but I was okay with being invisible.
Yeah.
And nobody should be okay with being invisible, because everybody has a message to share. Everybody has a need. Everybody has a purpose. So you should never be okay with being invisible. Okay? Never. So when you're okay with being invisible, Houston, there's a problem. And it was a problem.
Yeah.
It was a problem. And then one day, as I'm thriving through life, living. I wasn't thriving then. I was just living. I had an epiphany. I was working as a dean. And I realized that these people started coming to me because they trusted me, because they wanted my knowledge, because they needed that push that only I could give them to get through school. And as I started seeing these students change for the better, and as I started seeing them graduate, and as I started seeing them get the promotions that they deserve, and as I started seeing them going after things that they never thought they could have before we had those conversations, I realized that I had a message that needed to be shared. I could no longer be invisible, because there were so many people that were waiting on that message, that was waiting on that word, that I had to step out of me and go out there and be the message that they needed in this world. And see, I had to realize that I had to get out of my own way and out of my own comfort zone in order to be who I needed to be, so that I could be there for other people. I used to do everything for other people. I was there whenever they needed me, whenever they needed me, however they needed me.
Yeah.
Because I thought it'd make them like me. But then I realized that that's part of me. That's part of my service zone. But the good thing about that was that I could hide in the background while I was helping. I was never on anybody's radar while I was helping. But then I realized that even in the background, that message was starting to come to the foreground. And then one day they pushed it up into the foreground. And I was like, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do now? When everybody is coming to me for all their decisions and all of their issues and problems. And I realized then, okay, you got a message. You got to get out of this. No more can you be comfortable in being invisible. No more can you be comfortable in being this voiceless mute. No, you have to get out there and open your mouth and start imparting those gifts that are inside of you that is meant for somebody else. Just because it's inside of you doesn't mean that it's always meant for you. It may be meant for somebody else, but you got to open your mouth and let it out in order for them to receive the gift. So if you're holding in something that is waiting for somebody else, it's time for you to let it go. And I'm speaking to everybody in here today. If you are holding something in that you know is supposed to be out, it's time for y'all to let it out, because there's a lot of people waiting on your message and waiting on your gift. Come on, Vanessa, I see you.
Wow. We can relate so much. And this is what this series is about. Somebody can relate to what you've been through, and then other people can relate but don't know what to do. They don't know when to cut the umbilical cord and say, you know what? I no longer could be in this place because I know I deserve more. And I'm willing to push myself, and I'm willing to leave those that don't want me to move. I'm willing to be able to do the work. I'm willing to get out of my comfort zone. I'm willing to allow myself to be uncomfortable so I can get comfortable. But you have to be understand. You truly, truly have to understand that sometimes everybody don't want to see you there. They will not support you. They're not going to support you. They're not going to give you that extra push. They're not going to give you that high five. They're not going to even buy your products or service. They're not even going to be front and center when you on a stage. But do it anyway, because you have a message that's so powerful. You have something that's deep down inside of you, and we all have it. We all was given the call, but so many did not answer. And what happened? They remained broken. So this here is what it's about. This is what it's about, to be able to empower you. Is this not women? Is the world, one person at a time, to empower you, to just let you know you got support. Trust me, you have support. You have a rally. You have a village. Because I could tell you a long length of my story, but I had to remember it was the chapters that was created in that journey that I had to go through. In order for me to be right here, I have to be willing to do the work. I had to leave some people behind. I had to be able to unapologetically do it anyway. I hope that makes sense. Unapologetically. You do not owe anybody an apology, because you deserve better. You want better. You understand? And then you also got to remember that you was not put on this earth just to be able to punch a clock. I'm just saying, you was not put on earth just to punch a clock, pay somebody else's bill, to be a slave, to have that enslavement mentality, just to be controlled. I'm sorry, you wasn't. There's so much more in you, and you want to birth it, but you just like, okay, what if they don't like it? I'm scared. Good. Be scared. That's going to be your best work. I tell you, I call Dr. Finch so much. And I'm a strong woman now, but let me tell you. I call Dr. Finch so much because I've built a relationship with this amazing sister here. And I know she's going to have my best interest, because we can relate in so many ways. And she said, Vanessa, stop playing. You got this. You got it. But because I'm scared of the person, of not walking in my truth. That's not what it is. But I'm the type of person, being in somebody's spotlight where they say, Vanessa, Vanessa, Vanessa. It's not, as I said at the beginning of this recording, it's not about Vanessa. It's about sharing your message with the world in the hopes that will change the world. It may not change everybody, but if that one person gets the message, that one person who you poured into, that one person probably could touch 1,000 people because you shared your message. And so this is why we have to keep going. This is how we do it. We come together. Come on, Dr. Finch. Come on, help me, sister.
He's so silly. But see, I remember reading in the title, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. The title says, if you're currently or have overcome your brokenness. Is that what it spoke on?
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
what it was speaking on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I guess I need to finish the answer to the question then.
Come on.
Okay. And everybody here, all 14 of y'all, come on with me. So see, this is the deal. When I decided that I didn't have a support system from my family, I went where I did have a support system. Do you think I could be Dr. Finch if I didn't have a support system? Do you think that I could be on scope as an introvert, blab as an introvert without a support system? No, you start learning coping mechanisms and you start gravitating towards people who are like-minded, who can speak to you in a way that you understand and who can give you that support center. Just because they do not have the same bloodline does not mean that they can't support you the same as or better than your own family.
Come on.
Okay?
Come on.
Now, just to make it even clearer, let's see, this is the deal. When I decided I didn't have a support system, I decided to make one myself. And see, that's why I started changing minds online. And see, it was a lot of women, me and my the co-founder at the time, we both had a commonality. We both were people that other people didn't understand. And we wanted to have a sound support system for anybody who felt like they were supportless. To let them know that there is people out there that feel you, that understand you, that get you. And they may not be in your bloodline, but they get you. And they may not be down the street from you, but they get you. And they may not be, in your area, but they get you. So it doesn't matter who it is, as long as they're like-minded, they feel you, they support you, they love on you. But you gotta let them in. Because see, this is the part about the brokenness. You sit up there and you lived in pain for years and years and years and years. But guess what came with the pain? The bitterness, the anger, the shame.
Come on.
And see, you didn't address all of those things while you were going through all of the brokenness. And that's why you're in pieces. But see, you got to come back together. But there's going to be some cracks and some creases. But you know what? Each time that you sit up there and hit one of them cracks and creases, that's when you reach out and say, I need your help.
Come on.
Guess what? Support will be right there. And so it doesn't matter. Will it hurt if your mama doesn't support you? Yeah, it hurts. Does it hurt if your children don't support you? Yeah, it hurts. But guess what? There's other people who do and will. And guess what? Sometimes you just have to let it go. Address it. And see, is this real talk? Is this real fresh? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I recently had this conversation with my own mother. And she told me, I don't understand why you hold it against me because I don't understand what you do. I don't think you should hold that against me. And I looked at her and I said, I don't hold this against you. Yes, you do. You always talk about we don't support you and we don't get you. That is also true. But that doesn't mean that I hold it against you. I understand you may not know the terminology. You may not get what I do. I mean, I know you're old school. You come from a place where you go to school, you get a job, and you work that job until you retire. That's where you come from. But social media was not in that mix. That's something that I do. Motivation was not in that mix. That's something that I do. Coaching was not in that mix, and that's something that I do. You do not understand me, and guess what? It's okay.
Yep.
I love you. I know you love me. And this is something where at least all I want you to do is try. Acknowledge that what I do is valid, just like what you do is valid for you. Do not poo-poo on my parade. Is basically, just because you don't understand it doesn't not make it disappear.
Hello.
I still do it. I still do it. And see, that's what you're going to have to tell your loved ones and the other people that you feel should support you, because you had their back all these years. And then when it's your turn to shine, they're not there. Guess what? It's time to let it go. Because guess what? They were probably leeches.
Oh.
What is the definition of a leech? Yeah, I just said it.
Come on.
I sure did. It's a lot of leeches in the life.
Yes.
Because see, they just wanted from you, but they didn't want to give back to you. And guess what? You deserve people who want to give and take equally. You deserve the same support that you're giving out. And if you're not receiving that, it's time to let it go.
Yes.
Point blank and the period. Because you are better than that. You are worthy of that. You deserve nothing but the best. And if you're not receiving the best, say, I thank you for the time that you were here. You were here for a reason and for a season. But now I am moving on to greatness without you. And sometimes it has to be that way. But you should never let nobody else bring you down, because they don't understand you. They don't understand your flow. They don't understand your gifts. They don't understand your knowledge. They don't understand your power. Guess what? It's not for them to understand. And I had to learn that the hard way, because my family doesn't understand me at all. They look at me like I'm crazy every time I see them. They completely ignore everything I do. And it's either, I don't know what it is, but as long as Keena's doing something, it's great. Or they completely ignore me. So it's A or B, but none of them take the time to know what it is. Okay. So do I love them? Yes. Do we have cordial conversations? Yes. Do we hang out? No. No. Because it's nothing to us for us to discuss. But family reunions and the love for them. Okay. I get it, got it good. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that you can't let anybody else break you, because you are worth it and you are enough. And if they don't think you're enough, then you need to find the people who do know, not think, know you are enough, who is ready to stand behind you in the tough times. They're ready to come with you through the good times. Not just be there when it's all rosy and sunny, but be ready to stand with you during the rain as well, and still stand as strong as they did during the sun. That is the people that you want in your life. That is the people that you want in your support system. Those are the people that's going to lift you up when you're having a down day. Are you going to have a down day even with the best support? Absolutely, because that's the way we function. That is the way a human being rolls.
Right.
But the difference between having a support system and not having a support system is those same people are going to rally around you, put their arms around you and say, let's lift you up. Let's go through this together. Yeah. Versus, oh, well, I guess you having a personal problem. They don't have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I have heard it both ways.
Yeah.
And see, at the end of the day, that's what you deserve. You deserve those loving arms around you saying, let me help you lift you up. Mm-hmm. Let me help you go to the next level. I'm so proud to know you. I'm so proud that you are my friend. I'm so proud that you are in my inner circle. I just want to see the best for you. That is what you deserve. That's what you deserve. And I hope that this is resonating with somebody, because, you know, I'm not seeing a lot of comments. I feed off the comments. And I hope this is resonating with somebody.
You get this? If anybody is getting this, go ahead and put in a comment. So, yes, I see some comments in there by Taylor. That you guys are getting it. This is what it's about. It's about empowering one. Don't be shy, because we all
Yes,
are in this
talk to
together.
us.
You are not by yourself. That's what this series is about. When Dr. Finch said, Vanessa, take it bigger, I didn't know that it was going to be so much response from people wanting to share their story. You never know. Just like Dr. Finch said, ask. Just ask. Yes, I feel like I'm having church. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen? But sometimes you need to be able to pour something into their spirits, into their souls. And I'm so big on that, because we need to be able to shake up some things so you could be able to move into the next dimension. Whatever that may be in your life, you just need to move, because somebody right now is so stuck. Somebody right now is so confused. Somebody right now is just questioning themselves. Better yet, somebody is self-sabotaging their worth. We are here to be able to let you know you don't have to do that. You are worth so much more, no matter what somebody done told you. If I just go and when I think back to how I was raised, I was called every name in a book besides a child of God. But because I knew I was worth so much, because I knew that there's better than this pain that I'm feeling, because I held on to his word that he said that if you call on me, and I called on him, and he answered this prayer that turned into a book. Who does that? Because I took that leap. I didn't understand. I didn't have a foundation. I had no blueprint, but I knew I could call on him. And he answered that prayer. And right now, my children have not had the effects of dysfunction like I felt when I was growing up. So if he could do it for me, this teen mom who people gave up on, for this person who now have so many amazing things that's happening in her life, I can't believe some of the things that's taking place in my life. God is so good. But you just got to understand, you just got to take that first step. Just take the first step. I'm telling you, Dr. Finch, would you tell him, if you just take the first step, he going to take the next one. If you just take another step, he'll take you one more. If you just stop being in your stuff and just let him direct your path, you will be amazed at how much he could pour out of you, because he poured so much in you. You have to surrender. Let him pour into you. Let other people that believe in your worth pour into you. Because once you are filled, you're going to fill somebody else up with what you was full of. And that's full of in a good way. Right. Because remember, you are removing all of that mess that somebody done said about you. Somebody who told you you're not worth not a darn thing. Somebody who told you you would never become a bestseller. Hello, let's talk about radio. Who would have ever thought that would be taking place, Dr. Finch? Can I get an amen? Who would ever thought that, women will come together and make a difference? Who would have ever thought that we'll be on this platform as both introverts, sharing our message? Who would have ever thought that Dr. Finch would have came into my life and poured into me and said, Vanessa, I see something in you. You need to stop being behind the scenes, because she's been there and she's seen it in me, and she was woman enough, strong enough in her word, in her truth, to say, I see something in you. And she was bold enough, unapologetic, to say, Vanessa, stop playing with that gift, because I'm so used to being behind the scenes. Vanessa, get on out of there. Stop playing. You got something that's powerful. And I had to say, you know what? I need to listen to this woman. This woman don't even know me from a can of paint back then. Now this is my sister. I could call her any time of the day. Look, I got a question. I don't understand something. Girl, look, I got issues going on. She's going to be there, and vice versa. So you'll find those people, but you have to be open. You can't be closed and be broke on so many levels. Closed-minded keeps you broke. Open can make you evolve and grow, and so many things could change in your life. So open up so somebody could come on in. And I'm going to stop right now, Dr. Finch.
All right. Apparently, Vanessa's been hanging out with me a little too long.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew I was hooked Oh, Dr. Finch, when she played my, oh Lord, see,
Yes,
Dr. Finch
yes.
is
I
just, she
love
just
music.
humble, just grateful, and she just love helping people. I mean, come on, there's too many people. As much time as we spend on social media, you telling me you can't network? You telling me you cannot network on and offline? You would be amazed at how many people that you connect with. You could be amazed at how many people that could be able to say, look, she got something that I like.
Right.
How can I work with her? You see what I'm saying? How can I connect with her? But you too busy having your ego. You too busy having your pride. And that what does what? It keeps you broke again. So
Yeah.
when are you going to stop that? When are you going to stop doing that to yourself? Because if you, I'm just saying, if you doing it and you got children, you got family, somebody's watching, you're showing them how to stop and quit on themselves. What's that?
No, I was telling them to check her out. I was showing y'all.
Oh.
Check that box out over there. Check that fire. Check that fire. But yes, yes, honey. But this is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. And somebody said this is rocket fuel and I am about to take off. Okay, come on. It's time.
Oh, wow.
It's time.
Yes.
It is time.
Yes.
This, you never know when that one point is going to come, when you're going to hear that message that's going to catapult you to your greatness. Everybody has a trigger. Everybody has that one instance when it's like, and there we go. I will tell you about my trigger. As an introvert who was sad because they weren't understood, I ended up gaining over 200 pounds. Okay. And one day I looked into the mirror and I didn't recognize that person to stand before me. Now at 5'1.25", 200 and whatever on this frame was not hot. Mm-hmm. Period. Right. But, with the heart problems and the breathing and all this, that, and the other thing, I was starting to feel it. I was literally wearing all of the emotions and the hurt on my body. I was wearing it. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, no more. And I went and put on a t-shirt and some jogging pants. And I walked down to my community gym and I got on that treadmill and I walked for 30 minutes. And then the next day I walked for 30 minutes. And then I went to the park and walked for an hour outside. And I did that every day. Then I went and got me a nutrition plan and I started losing weight. And I took that 20 pounds off of me. But during the process, and many of y'all who have been who've been with me in Facebook have seen my chronicles. But there was a point in every milestone where I would plateau. Yeah. And you know what those plateaus were? That was me facing the pain that I was dealing with that put the pounds on me at first.
Oh, wow.
Just because.
That is so true.
See, I was putting the weight on because I was hiding the problems. Well, when the weight goes off, the problem got to come out. Yeah. And it would plateau until I dealt with it. I had to deal with a whole lot of stuff in order to lose that 20 pounds. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? But see, the thing was, it was either I was going to carry that weight on my back or I was going to let it go. And I was going to do what needed to be done in order to let the pain go. And so I had to get myself motivated. And I had to realize it's not going to be cute all the time. And it's not going to be pretty all the time. No, sometimes I was going to have to get down in the dirt. I was going to have to get dirty. I was going to have to deal with the ridiculousness that I had been pushing back for years. But it wanted to be dealt with. And if either I was going to be the person I was supposed to be and deal with it, or I was going to retreat and let it overtake me. I chose to be the person I was supposed to be, and I decided to deal with it. And you have to decide to deal with it as well. Yep. People and situations may have broken you, but you have the glue that's going to put you back together.
Mm.
You hear what
Oh,
I'm
wow.
saying?
That's a
You
tweetable.
have the glue that's going to put you back together. Okay, so we have decided things happened. Okay, things that may or may not been in our control happen. But it's up to us to start gluing the pieces back together and becoming whole again. That is our choice. And I chose that I wanted to be whole. I was tired of being broken. I chose to be whole. And I started doing the work necessary to be whole. And you got to put in the work, whether it be talking to somebody, whether it be writing that letter and then burning it, whether it be going out there and truly finding yourself for who you really are and not who somebody else told you were. Now, that's a nugget right there. Let me clean that up. Let me make sure that was perfectly clear. Learn who you really are and not the person somebody tried to make you to be. So this is the time for you to explore. This is the time for you to say, okay, I'm ready to be whole. I'm ready to pick up all of those pieces and glue them back together again. Will it be perfect? No, because glue is never perfect. But it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. And it's a new vessel. When you put those pieces back together, you become a new vessel. And you can be the vessel you want to be. So with each piece that you glue back together, and you put another piece on that, and you put another piece on that, and another piece on that, eventually you're going to be the person you want to be. And you're going to be with the people you want to be with. And you're going to be in the situation you want to be in. But it all starts with that first decision that I am going to be whole. So who needs to say that today? Ooh. I am going to be whole. Who needs to say that today?
Come on. Come on.
I had to say that to myself. I had to say, listen, I'm not the person you tried to make me to be. I am different, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. I am living in my truth for that. And in my truth, that's okay. In my truth, that is awesome. In my truth, I'm going to be the person I'm supposed to be. I'm going to help the people that I'm supposed to help. I'm going to love on the people I'm supposed to help. I'm going to motivate the people that I'm supposed to help. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to live in my purpose.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Hello. We cannot hear you. No mic. Okay. Is there anybody else that wants? Type your message in. Type your message in the. Okay. Then, if there's anybody else who would like to come in and they have a question, okay, so you acting brand new. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me, because this is not that zone at all. So we're gonna find a way to remove this shenanigans. So, is there anybody else? Nobody got time for that. Who wants? Okay, we got that taken care of. Okay, carry on. We don't do that. You want to be whole? Yes, Yvette. Anna, you going to be whole? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Is there anybody else that would love to come in? They have a question. They need a suggestion, or maybe they even have a comment. Don't be afraid. We are all here to support one another and to encourage one another and to be able to let other people know We are here only to be positive and show support.
Yes,
This
I
is
would love.
absolutely amazing. This is
Yes,
amazing.
yes. Anna, that is wonderful. Yvette, that is wonderful. I know y'all are feeling what I. Oh, you do have a question. Oh, please.
Well, come on in. I just want to thank you for the both for pouring into the. Oh, that is Adrian. That is Adrian. Adrian will be speaking. I want to say this Wednesday, and just hearing the topics of all you ladies is absolutely amazing. So when I was hearing Adrian's topic and how she broke it down, I said, "Whoa!" And it's based off the Lemonade series.
Oh, wow.
Not just all, but the certain things that oh my goodness, it was so powerful. I said, what? And so
Well,
that's what it's about.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Hello, Miss Brandy.
Hey, lady.
How
you
you?
doing? This is my first pair of glasses.
Oh, really?
I just wanted to come in because I think I came here at the right time. I really haven't been doing a whole lot of the Periscope and things lately, and I've been going through a lot. And I mean, this place really encouraged me, and I just want to thank you for your inspiration, Dr. A and Vanessa. I just want to jump on and say hey and bless you. And want to keep allowing them to use it.
I love Brandy is one of my scope masterminders, and I love me some Brandy. Honey, she can motivate some people as well.
Yeah.
I am so glad to have met you, and I'm so glad that you are blabbing now, and I look forward to seeing you doing great things, my sister. And anytime you need me, you got my stuff. We can talk.
Okay,
I'm
definitely.
so glad you came.
Oh yeah, glad to be here. I was right on time. I got an email that you guys were live and I was available, so I said, let me jump on.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it touched you too. That's the point. We want to share our stories because a lot of people don't. They think they're alone, but until we open our mouths and say what we went through, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, I can relate. You went through that too. Oh my goodness. I'm not alone." Exactly. No, you're not alone. And the sooner you reach out there and let people know that you need that help and you need that support system, imagine how many people will be around there to rally around you and give you that love. So, and Miss Brandy got a direct line to me, so she knows that she could call me anytime. So I'm glad you are here with me, my sister.
I appreciate it.
And one thing I want to say to you, Brandy, one thing I want to say to you is that the first thing that you said was that you've been going through. Just make sure you grow through what you're going through.
Exactly.
Okay? Because sometimes we go through and we stop doing what we are called to do. Do not stop doing what you're called to do because that's the devil. The devil comes in and kill, steal, and destroy. And so if you answer that call to the devil, then it stops you from doing your call. Answer the right call, but while you're going through, make sure you're growing through so you can be able to share what you've been through with the next person.
Amen. Amen. I needed that.
Keep your head up.
Thanks,
keep your head up. You are not alone.
You have an awesome blog. I'm going to echo for somebody. But you have the awesome.
Are you calling us from a phone?
Blab,
are you calling us from a phone?
I know I've always felt like the outsider is real talking really thanks for Dr. A. And I have actually stopped doing what I was called to do because of what I was going through. So I really way back. I lost my mom and a month ago. And it's just been a lot going on. But it's keeping me and I'm still sitting.
Wow. Brandy,
Yeah.
make sure that you read the message that's on the side. And this is interesting because I didn't know she was in here. This lady is, I call her Mama Val. And I used to work with her at our previous employer. And I remember her pouring into me because she know where I come from. And it's like, I'm just,
What happened?
it's a beautiful feeling to be able to see those people that been supporting you all along. I didn't even know she was here. And I always call her Mama Val because if I called her, she was there. And it's an amazing feeling because we haven't seen each other in like, oh my God, maybe 6, 7 years. And so you never know. What I'm saying basically, you never know who's watching. You never know who you could touch. And she touched me back then. And to see her here, I'm like, wow, thank you. And so the connections that you have that is so real, that's so genuine, to come back and still remember, Dag, I remember her. I
Yeah.
still love her. Even though I'm not around, I still keep praying for her. I still support her because so many times people don't even get that support from family. And so that I am totally grateful to you, Mama Val, just to be able to be here and to still be you and to support and just, my Jesus, good Lord, I'm going to stop. Y'all get me emotional.
It's not hard, y'all.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Okay. Um, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
That's all. Whew.
Well, Vanessa, since Mama Val is on here, we're going to have to go ahead and give you your flowers while they do. Mama Val, I don't know if you know this, but Vanessa is now a best-selling author. She is getting ready to put out her next book. She is now international co-host of a radio show. She is putting out motivation every day. She is touching lives every day. And I do believe that you had a big part in that, Mama Val. So we want to thank you for helping Vanessa get to where she need to be. Because I can tell right now, since she done completely went off the screen, you
I'm
are
trying.
a very
I'm trying to keep
person.
it together.
Yes. But we wanted you to know how much she's doing and how much she that your support meant to her, as you can see. She's doing great things now. And see, that's what's going to happen with Miss Brandy, too. I've been seeing your post. I've been seeing you doing those classes. I've been seeing you doing the things you're supposed to be doing. So now I need to see that gift out there more than just a little bit. I need to see that gift out there all the time because it is enough. It is great. It is magnificent. And people are waiting on it. So whoever told you that they weren't, whoever told you that you were not it, they told you a lie. Because you are it. And people are waiting. So I need you to get on it. Okay?
I'm getting on it.
All right.
Oh boy.
You gonna make me cry.
Brandy. Don't stop, Brandy. Just don't stop. I'm not gonna go anymore. Just don't stop. Don't stop. Even when it seems like it's not coming together, do not stop. Okay?
I'm not.
I know that there was someone here. I think it was Yvette. She had
Yes.
a comment. I think I could stroll up here.
Yvette, are you still in? You can pop in if you like. I would love to talk to you. I feel I need to talk to you. And also, Adrian, I wish you weren't at work. I feel I need to talk to you as well. Yvette,
Yeah,
come on in.
There's Yvette. Yvette, you want to jump in?
Tressa. Okay, you can only type. Okay. Okay, please, my sister. Please ask your question.
It was something I'm trying to see if I can find it. It was something along the lines, what do you do after you do the work or something? Okay, so here we go right here.
Okay.
I've been broken for a mighty long time, to the point it has affected my health. It was something else she had put up here.
Oh, yes, I remember that now. Yes,
what do we do after the talk about being whole?
Okay.
So the question is, what do we do after the talk about being whole? And then her next one was, I've been broken for a mighty long time, to the point it affected my health.
Okay, that's a very good question. I'm speaking from experience when I say this, event. The brokenness almost killed me. I had ulcers. I had heart valve leaks. I had, the muscles started giving out. I was start close to being morbidly obese. And I had to realize that I was carrying my pain on me. And I knew that once I decided to let it go, it wasn't going to be an easy journey, because it wasn't an easy journey putting it on. But I knew that the pain was what was killing me, and I was going to have to release it in order to let it go. Yeah, me too. Back in January, the doctor put me on a hard month. Oh, see, exactly. So you're feeling what I'm talking about. You get to a point, my sister, where you're going to realize that the work to get rid of the pain is worth it, because it's your life. It's your life. It can kill you. It was killing me. It was killing me from the inside out. I mean, at 30, 32, 33, I'm sitting there with heart valve leaks, and they're sitting up there telling me I'm getting ready to go on heart medication, and that they were getting ready to probably have start doing back surgeries on me, and they were getting ready to do these kind of things on me because I had too much on me. And I had to realize that it was either I'm going to let them do all this cutting on me, or I was going to release the pain. Which one you think sounded easier to me? Which one sounded worth it to me? Getting rid of that pain, facing the pain, facing the things that gave me the pain, okay? It's far worth it. It's far worth it at the end. And you're going to plateau, and you're going to have to deal with it. And it's going to hurt, but it's going to only hurt for a season versus being in a coffin. That little moment of pain is going to end up being a blip when you're living in your happiness. When you're living in your purpose.
Yes.
And now I'm living in my purpose. I'm living in my happiness. So the question is, how do you release the pain? How do you go to, was it natural or spiritual? It was a little bit of both. I would go every morning, and I would go and work out. And as I would work out, I'd put gospel music in my ears. And as I'm working out, the stuff is churning in my head, and it's churning in my head, and things that I hadn't even thought about for years start raising up, because I was shaking myself up. I was shaking it up, and I didn't know I was shaking it up. I was bringing it to the forefront. I was asking him to release me, but in order to release me, he had to bring it to the forefront so that I could deal with it.
Yeah.
So that I can release this. Because see, you can't release what is not there for you to see.
Yeah.
You can't deal with what is not there for you to physically handle. And so I had to ask, and I was asking subconsciously, let me see what I need to see so that I can be the ideal me.
Oh,
And
wow.
all that stuff started coming up. And through that, I start doing more prayer, more meditation. I'm sitting there and I'm exercising. Through the exercise, I'm meditating. I am centering myself. I am sitting up there letting the people know. And I'm letting y'all know right now, I was learning me.
Yep.
Through the hurt that I had been through. And I had to realize that that hurt was part of me, but it was not me.
Yeah.
It was not me. I had let it shape me, but it was not me. And the minute that I released that pain, it opened me up to some things that gave me life. So as I released the pain, the life started coming in. I started building energy. I started wanting to do things. I started wanting to be around people. I started wanting to motivate people. I found myself wanting to be that vessel that I was supposed to be, to lift other people up.
Amen.
But you have to have a full tank in order to lift others up. And so that was my part. That pain had emptied my tank. But the minute that I started releasing my pain, my tank started filling up.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And so this is the thing. You are letting that pain empty your tank. And when you have an empty tank, that's the end of your vessel. That's the end of your lifeline. You're feeding off your tank. So if it's nothing to feed off of, what's left? That's when the ulcers start coming. That's when the heart problems start coming. That's when the back pain start coming. That's when all the other health problems start coming. Okay? It's time for you to open up that tank, Yvette. It's time for you to start opening up that tank, letting go of that pain. You said it earlier. A person may have gotten to, yeah. It must be a release. It must be. It's just point blank in the period. And every time that when I was losing the weight and I hit a plateau, and then I would do whatever it was I need to do to face this pain, weight would just go do, and then plateau again. So I had to deal with another thing. Plateau again. Deal with that thing.
Wow.
Just because you hide it doesn't make it go away. Face it now or face it later.
Yep.
But you're going to face it.
You're going to face it. You cannot heal from what you're not willing to face. You cannot heal from what you're not willing to face at all. At all. You have to face it head on. Every time you keep piling on top of piling, you're going to have to dig down all of that to find out, how did it get to this point? How did I start here? But you got to be willing to go through that pile to get to the root, to be able to do the work so you could be able to heal. So you'll know, I experienced this already. I know what it looked like. I know what it felt like. I don't want that no more. So I'm not going back there no more. But you have to be able to, and openly, you have to face that thing with eyes out open. Did you hear me? You have to face it with your eyes open. You can't face nothing with your eyes closed.
Right.
And you're not going to like it sometimes. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to feel good, but it's going to be worth it. Because you cannot become your best version of yourself if you're not willing to deal with what hurt you. How did this start? How did I get here? And that's one of the things that I wrote about in the book. How did I get to this place? This is not what I want, but I was willing to be broken in order to be blessed. And people need to stop breaking themselves and say, okay, I'm going to pick and choose what I want to be broken from, and then I'm going to pick and choose what I want to be blessed with. No, boo-boo, it does not work that way. You got to be broken in order for you to be blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Yvette, I got something for you, and then I'll be done. Yvette, I'm ready to meet the ideal you.
Mm.
I'm ready to meet the Yvette with no pain. I'm ready to meet the Yvette who is ready for her path and for her purpose. I'm ready to meet that Yvette. You let me know when she gets here. I want to be the first one to shake her hand.
Mm. Mm.
And I'm
With
going to be
that,
checking in on you, my sister, too.
whoo, yes, exhale. Go ahead, exhale. It's okay. It is
Okay.
completely okay. And you want, and see, this is the thing. This is what it's about. We have to be able to empower others that's willing to be empowered. Because we got a next generation looking at us. We have the next generation looking at us. And if we have them looking at us, what are we giving them to feed off of? Are we filling them on just empty brokenness, bitter, hatred? I'm in Illinois. Let's be real clear with this. I'm in Illinois. That's more than enough. Okay?
Right.
More than enough. And we got to do better. We have to do better. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this out because we went a little bit over.
Yeah.
But we will be back tomorrow.
Yes, we'll
and tomorrow, tomorrow. So make sure that you guys are connecting with us. Make sure that you are following us. We are in Break the Cycle Brokenness on the event page, but we're going to move things over. If you got questions, comment, keep this empowerment going and the Empowering Our Minds on a Facebook group. I will post the link there so we could always be there, know that we could come to a hub to be able to say, I got support here. I may not want to put it in a Facebook on your page, but I know I got a support system here, okay? So with that being said, Dr. Finch, I want you to let people know how they could be able to reach out to you, connect with you, so this could continue. I don't want it just to be a talk. We want this to keep it going. Or not today, not tomorrow. We want to keep this bad boy going because Dr. Finch and I, we're working on something on our sleeves.
Okay. Well, I'm Dr. Aikyna Finch. You can find me everywhere on social media at DRAD Finch. That is Dr. Aikyna Finch. Okay. You can find me at all those places. Please find me Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all those good things. Anything that has a DM in it, send it to me. I am dradfinch@gmail if you want to send me an email. I want to connect with each and every one of you. I'm going to go in the blab after this and follow everyone so that you will have my blab connection as well. And if you want to talk, please let me know. We can definitely make some time because, like she says, this is just the beginning. Like I said, Yvette, I want to see the ideal Yvette. I want to meet all of my ideal people. I want to shake those ideal hands, y'all. I'm ready. So I hope y'all ready to meet me.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And with that being said, this has been absolutely amazing, Dr. Finch. I thank you so much for pushing the envelope for me to be able to go this far. Thank you, girl. Thank you. I can be found at Inspired by Vanessa on all over the place. On social media, on Twitter, because of, the characters, girl. Inspired Vanessa. But everywhere else you can find me, Inspired by Vanessa. And I look forward to connecting with you guys, pouring into you guys as Dr. Finch and I, we're going to keep this going. We will be back tomorrow. You'll be able to find the link for tomorrow with the same flyer and same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I will post it on the event page and make sure that you guys get connected into the groups. With that being said, guys, this has been absolutely amazing. And I am forever grateful. Dr. Finch, girl, man. And so with that, we are off, guys. You guys be blessed. And we looking forward to celebrating your success.
Good night.
Good night.
Everyone.